What is the one thing that casino employees should remember to survive an active shooter incident?
Yeah, it's a good question. What we want casino staff to remember are basically three words in an active shooter situation: run, hide, and fight. Run, hide, and fight. Run, what that means is put as much distance between you and that active shooter as possible. So our first choice of option is to evacuate the premises. Now you want to make sure that you don't run towards the active shooter. We want to run away from the active shooter. It's important to pick a route that isn't going to impede your forward progress. As you meet others, encourage them to follow you, but don't stop. Keep going. Encourage people to follow you. Once you're outside, go to a place of safety. So the more distance, the better. The more distance, the better. And then check yourself. Because a lot of times the adrenaline buildup that we experience in critical events, we may injure ourselves upon exit. A stray bullet may have hit you. So you want to make sure and check yourself to make sure that you're not injured. The next thing to do is get on the phone to 911, to the emergency dispatcher, and let them know what's happening. Even if you assume others have called the emergency dispatch, make sure that you do that, because you may have information that others haven't relayed to those emergency dispatchers. The next course of action, if you can't evacuate the premises, is to barricade yourself. That's to hide. And you want to find a secure location, someplace that's capable of being locked or that you can barricade so that active shooter can't access you. So once you're inside that location, turn out lights, barricade the door as much as possible. Silence your cell phone. Stay as quiet as possible. What we found in active shooter events is when the offender finds a locked door, rather than attempt to break through if they're not sure that people are in there, they'll just go on through another part of the facility. So that can keep you safe. At the last resort, if you're unable to evacuate, you're unable to barricade yourself, we encourage folks to fight, to strike out, to incapacitate that assailant as quickly and as passionately as possible. And of course, recruiting others, the mob or the group ability to incapacitate offender is much, much more efficient or effective than the individual. Use whatever's available to you, and don't stop in your incapacitation efforts until that individual is no longer a threat. But as I mentioned, that's the course of last resort. So run, hide, and fight.